Hello and good evening, welcome back to more Planet Coaster 2 and with me Dragon Ball McQueen. You guys have been enjoying this, so yeah, I'm enjoying building here. It's been fun. So what we're going to do, well, the park's got a bit busier, and the reason for that is I'd limited the guests to 2,000. I thought it would go to the maximum because that's what it used to do in Planet Coaster, but it just seems to take a percentage based on your park. So yeah, we're busy now, and it's packed with people. We'll walk up here. I can turn that HUD off, stop the messages and stuff. There we go. So the first ride, the kiddie ride. Something to get the kids on while you're grabbing your coffee and getting settled and whatever else. I don't think I put a toilet at the start of the... don't think I have. No. You would have thought you'd put a toilet there, but no. The nearest toilet's just around the corner up here. Mind you, it drags people into the park. Yeah, it's just round here. And that's something I've been building and working on. I've still got to finish doing it, but when I've finished theming the old Gladiator coaster, people are actually riding the Colossus wheel now, so we get guests on here, which is nice. Obviously the water park, I do keep getting messages that this is at maximum capacity, this swimming pool, and then it's like, well, if that's at maximum capacity, use the other pool. No one does. No one uses the secondary pool. No one comes up here. Absolutely no one. Look, as usual, empty. The best looking pool. This is where I would be. I mean, there's no diving boards or anything. Perhaps I should add something a bit more interesting to draw guests over there. A couple of diving boards, and they might entertain getting over there. But yeah, it is really busy, really packed. The market now, nice and busy, which is exactly how I imagined it to be. Guess actually buying and selling stuff. Buying and selling stuff? No, that's what you'd be doing in the market, just buying stuff. But yeah, the vendors selling stuff, obviously. The whole Celtic bit, I've done a lot of work on that. I've got to add some final touches, so we'll get to that. We'll get over there. Yes, I'm thinking perhaps the little pool adds some small diving boards, and perhaps guests will go over there. I think I was going to have a path coming out here, but there isn't much I can add over here. People needing the loo. Yeah, it's good they splash in and they get out, which is exactly what I wanted. I'm thinking about adding a waterfall behind the big drop over there. Add more scenery, that sort of thing. This is a staff cut through. Perhaps I can add some more stuff around here, away from the water park. Perhaps a path that runs alongside it or something, I don't know. We'll find something around here. But that's providing I have room. I have about 40% capacity, 45% capacity left in this park. Oh, that needs some work. I think if you click on it, you can go to the top. Yeah, that's it. Let's say, do we go that side or do we go this side? We'll go this side. Oh, great, it chucked me out at the bottom. It's not what I wanted. Okay, we'll try again, shall we? We'll run back round. The view wasn't right, and so I just clicked out because I thought it'd put me back on the platform, but no, it kicks you out the bottom. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna say I'll wait till one. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, the bit where it goes up, I think we'll do a waterfall. Away we go. It's like a water coaster. Ooh. Panic. Don't worry about it. So yeah, have a waterfall behind that bit, and we're out at the end. We're almost out at the end then. Yeah, there we are. I'm not going to go around to go back on the other one. All the little details that I put in there. There are. Oh, I put up this swimming pool sign. Really, you'd have them all round the coaster. I wouldn't walk around in my swimming costume on the gravel. I'd get changed back personally. Guests, you know. So yeah, once we get this themed up, then obviously I'll know what percentage I've got to play with for the final rides, the final two coasters. Should we jump on this while we're here? No, it's not themed up, it's not that good. It's not an improvement over last time when I was last streaming this. What is an improvement, it's all the way over in the Celtic Village. There's been a lot of work over there. And I mean a lot of work. So there's this ring path, like ring road path, circling around. So the whole thing goes round. And yeah, all this was empty before. Now it's all themed up. Lots of detail. Here's a staff path, and I put it under moss so you can't really see it. And this leads up to the staff room. And then we come back down here. This is the Celtic Knot ride. Yeah, we'll go on it, why not? So there is a little bit of work still needs to be done to Celtic Knot. There's a little bit that's bare. Oh, I've just heard a train getting ready to go. Pause. Pause. It's just about to go. It's just about to go. Get back on there. Okay. I've just realised the problem with me putting scenery all around there. Come on, put me on the coaster. Put me on the coaster. Put me on the coaster. Alright, let's see if we can get back there. No training station. There is a training station. Oh, okay. Doesn't think there's a train in the station, which is wrong because there was a train in the station. which is the exact reason I paused it. But yeah, we've got all this in here now. A sort of natural build, soft orange lighting. Probably gonna add a few more bits in there if I can. Come on, guests. Come on. Yeah, it's near the end now. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we're on. Hooray! There's much rejoicing. So yeah, you'll probably see some of the other bits that I've done to the park, but yeah, you can see this is not bare anymore. It's anyway, let's enjoy, and I'll mute for a bit. I think we're going to go again because that's super annoying that this person keeps putting their hands in front of us. It's like, stop putting your hands up. You get a nervous rider and that's all you get. Sometimes I've had rides on here where you get hardly any hand interference whatsoever, but that one, unfortunately, was a pretty nervous rider. But yeah, I want to add some more details to the ride. There's a bit more nature to add. I find doing nature quite calming and relaxing. It's quite chaotic, but the results are well worth doing. So let's see. Let's go again. Hopefully we won't get loads of hands this time. Well, nothing but hands there. Let's seat 2, would that do it? A vandal has been ejected from the park. Well, that's good going. I'm not rode on this side, so it's not going to be much different, but slightly different perspective. Hopefully we won't get loads of hands going up in front of us, but we'll see. Alright, it seems we get loads of hands no matter which side we're on. Annoyingly. Stop it. Just go front bumper. Then we can enjoy the scenery. Oh. So yeah, I've added a little animated bit over there, an animatronic of a Celt or Druid, however you want to look at it. Seeing Eye, which is camera, just for you to buy, complete with entrance and exit for whoever's working there. And the toilet block opposite the sign for Celtic Knot. Yeah, it's all nicely detailed up. I had to have some square buildings, so I was like, well, because normally they'd just all be round houses if I was being true to the period, but unfortunately, yeah, I couldn't really do that. And this is what I built this afternoon. I've got to put some scenery around it, but yeah, we've got pizza oven, pizza shop, and drinks as well. And yeah, in there is actually a pizza in there as well. Yep, look, pizza in my pizza oven. And I've whacked a chair plane ride here. Then we've got Wormroot. I've not actually ridden Wormroot since everything's gone in around it. It's not going to make much difference to the ride, but there are bits where top pops up, so we'll go have a look. Hello, do we? Come on, ride. Oh, good. I swear there's normally audio on this ride. I'll have to check that afterwards, but I'm pretty sure I had a music track on here. Right, we're off now. Let's I want to check that quickly, if I can check it. No, so that's basically everything. And then when you come out here, you've got the ring road going right round, but theming needed to be added. Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm pretty sure there's music on it, so why didn't we have the music when I was... So is it playing on train 2? But it plays on train 1. Okay. Bizarre. Well, that's an error then, isn't it, for Planet Coaster? Yeah, and we're making money. We're making lots of money now. I also want to add in perhaps some midway games or something. Just like for a bit of fun here, we've got this area. Merriman Bath is over capacity, I know, but that's your own fault because there is another swimming pool over here. So, what can I do? I mean, we'll try this. We'll try putting one of these couple of diving boards here and see if that attracts anyone to it, but no, thanks game. Right, stuck on the ceiling. I cannot zoom in on it now. What the... I mean, it's tiny. You wouldn't really have diving capacity in there, but it's just purely for swimming, really. But no one comes up here, so I just want to see if it attracts guests over here. We'll run it for a little bit on high speed and see if anyone comes over here. If they still don't... Is this pool open? No, not marble water fountain. I want to grab the pool. Let's rename it Luxury Bath. Right, we'll fast forward, see if anyone comes over here at all. For some reason, they're not. Is this a staff path? Or what? Am I... Now I'm wondering if this path is not... Copy existing texture. I wonder if that's the issue. It's the path, and they can't get over it because I've got the wrong path down. And it's staff path or queue or something. It could be the issue. So if we change it all, I'm hoping that solves the problem. Get rid of them. Our guests walking out here now? No, for some reason they're still not coming out here. Yeah, look. That person walked slightly up here and then nothing of interest. Come on. There's got to be... Why don't you come over here, people? There's like a perfectly good swimming pool here that nobody's using. No. They just don't come up here. They just, for some reason, they don't use the secondary pool, even though one gets to maximum capacity. Well, what do you expect me to do? What's the big issue? Many guests have reported pickpocketing. What do you want me to do? See, I was thinking about adding lots of druids and that sort of thing around the ride, but I need to definitely make this bit a bit more interesting round here, so we shall do that quickly. Select the correct nature regions, which is Mediterranean temperate. Celtic Octopus service badge and its condition is degrading. Thanks. They're not periwinkle. I'm trying to grab the ride. No, not rock. Like the... Grab the... Thank you. Just... I don't want to know, thank you. It's over capacity. I don't care. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Somebody is being called to that. That's fine. It's all fine. What are you panicking about, game? 11 notifications. I'm kind of getting used to having lots of notifications. It just seems to be the way of things when building, especially when you've got a park with like 4 coasters. I'm quite surprised at how much I've managed to build, but I'm building smart and not complex. Does that make any sense? I'm trying to save piece count where I can, so where I can use in-game railings, because in-game railings, as I've said, are perfectly fine, especially for a little theme park like this, which it was supposed to be a little theme park, but it's allowed me to actually create more by being frugal with the design. Right, let's random mode, scale, yep. Just thought of something, right. Gonna have some bramble around it, but what we're going to do is turn off random rotation, because obviously it's not what I was after, it's that, and I want some mud. Thank you, or soil debris actually. There is something I noticed I was doing. I didn't realise I'd done it earlier in this park, and I quite like it. Grab that, thank you. Yeah, the blackthorn bush. Oh, that's a tiny version. Something larger. I want something bigger. Bigger than that. Let me... Yeah, work on size. About as big as it goes, but... Common reeds. Now we want bulrush reeds. There's quite a high density of foliage as well, which puts pressure on the engine. So I don't want to overdo it too much. As I say, try and do clever design that looks impressive but doesn't push the engine. That's what I'm really going for. I'm trying to work out how to do in this theme park. And so far, I'd say it's kind of working. So yeah, adding this foliage doesn't seem like much, but it will make a heck of a difference. And one plant I like using a lot is, we've got ferns here. Let's whack some ferns by the tree. Medium. Have we got large? Medium, medium, ferns small. Okay. Let's say ferns get bigger than that. Let's yeah, this periwinkle flowers. So they're yellow at the moment, so they look like a meadow. They look like buttercups. But yeah, with the randomness, you can get a nice sort of spread. And when you're on rides, the colours sort of fly by and pop. I can just see a cat moving out of the corner of my eye. It's Scruffy. Alright, so what we're going to do is add meadow underneath, which is like having buttercups as well, but it just mainly in the covers, really, there. Sometimes in dark areas you have to go quite heavy with it. Right, what else have I got? Foxglove. Where's European Larch? That's always a good tree to use. Large. There we go. Right, so where's the foxglove? I'm going to add some of them in around the Didn't put any cherry trees in here at all, mind you. The cherry trees wouldn't go really, because they would contrast with the autumnal look I've got around here. Late summer, early autumn. Right, so where's the flowers I was looking for? Foxglove flowers. I've probably gone past them. No, here they are. Well, that's a huge foxglove. Bigger ones can go towards the back. I would just wish I had nettles. That would kind of complete the look, really. Make it look a lot more interesting. That's way too big. We don't want to be going that large with our boulders and stuff. Toilet cubicles is too dirty. Yeah. I'll keep on top of these things. What I guess. Reported pickpocketing. That's fine. I can't do much about that. Just clear it all. Get them out of here. We don't need those notifications at the moment. Although it just popped another one up there. I didn't see what it said. We got rose bushes flowering large. Haven't got many rose bushes out here. Kind of getting a lot of floating foliage there. It's just the way the that sort of dip is in the you probably won't even see a lot of that. Not that that's an issue. It's not a major issue. then go back to bracken, bushes and bracken ferns. That's going really small. I want to go really big. I really like this strip one, and you can make them more interesting by adding dead sort of creosote bushes into them. Makes them look a bit more interesting. We're not going to do that because it's quite alive, this area, especially as it's right next to a good water source. It'd be quite green. Sort of thinking about all these things gives you a bit more to your theme parks, I find. As I say, I love doing nature stuff because it's just a bit random. Doesn't really matter. There's no sort of rhyme nor reason to it. Mythology picnic bench has been vandalised. Well, I am not happy about that. So now, no, not Blackthorn Bush. Grab the coaster. Thank you. This is the start. Just want to see how it looks. Whether we'll notice any difference as we come round there. And then I want to add animatronics. Not that you need many animatronics on a... You wouldn't have many on a family coaster. In fact, you wouldn't have any really on a coaster, but... You know, this is building a theme park of our dreams. We can bend the rules slightly. They'd be more for a dark ride. Or a log flume, which could be a possibility. Because, yeah. Although I have immense problems with water rides. I.e. they don't work properly or not how I'd like them. But I could put a log flume over here. And then we've still got space to build the dueling coasters, which I want to build like over here. I don't know, but we need to theme this, and perhaps I think that's enough for now on Celtic Knot. Celtic Knot is looking good, running well. Why are they sending slightly empty trains? Look. Has everyone been on the ride that wants to go on it? I need to fix the camera as well. The camera's floating at the moment on Celtic Knot, so perhaps we could do that with a wood pole of some kind. Yeah, come on, that's better. Like a full... Are we running at full capacity again, please? Yeah. I don't get many kids riding this, but you do get kids riding this. Which is good, it's a family coaster, it's not meant to be... Whoa. Yeah, it looks much nicer now. With all that backdrop in there. did notice something because it was flying over there. This bit, I think. Let's not meadow. We haven't got that stark green, just plain grass. It's going to look a bit more interesting. What we could do is actually add some foliage. Then it breaks it up a little bit. I'd like to add more around here, perhaps trees and stuff around the pizzeria. There is an entrance exit there, so right, what I'm going to add over the top of that is a sort of gravel covering. Staff entrances, aren't they glamorous? although they could go in that way. I've just noticed something about this. We have no external lights. Oh, that's just way too big. And I think something else to add to it. I just noticed, I've realised I've still got the random thing on. Pizza pen. So you got, yeah, that's probably the best one to have, because it's not over the top with the pizza pen theming. I was thinking about putting a screen with an advert running on it, but no, not going to bother with that. Let's not do that. It is a silly idea. Mediterranean, temperate. So kind of trees, we need some trees. There's a red tree there. We don't want too many red trees next to each other. because they're there to pop when they're put in there and they look impressive. That's a medium. We got a small there. I mean, the small is large. Blue gum eucalyptus tree. Nice. We're not going to have eucalyptus trees. You don't find many eucalyptus trees in the UK in my experience. No. Not that I know of. Yeah, it looks quite nice. Then we'll have my favourite bramble combo with add to building. No, we don't want add to building. We just want you to be down here to create a bit of interesting foliage, but we don't want you sticking through the building. Yeah, that's fine. If it was sticking through the building, it would look rather rubbish. Right, Chris, so bushes, flowerless, please. That's what I want now. And put the small one just here. Break it up a bit. That's too big, the large one like that. We'll put the medium coming out. There's the bushes. Just add some layers. Yeah, it's kind of nice now. And then when you're on the ride as well, your eyes, because of the trees being there, your eyes are being pushed in towards the ride, not out towards the park. What is the problem with this? I bet no one is going on this because it's probably the maypole was so fun. I want to go on the maypole. 1% base ride experience, scenery bonus 54 out of 200. Yeah, if we get scenery around it, then it's going to change entirely, I think. Oh, yeah, up the intensity. Trying to make a pond, and I'm thinking, why is it not pushing down that much? There we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Gravel and rock. Okay, we want mud around the edge. Bring it down a bit. Nice basis for a pond. Shame I can't add wet mud, but yeah, it's kind of nice. And then once I add more scenery, I've got I've got to make this all scenery based. Are you desperate for the loo or something? And a bench. Yeah, there's toilet cubicles around here. Probably need to add more toilets in further round. Oh, excuse me, yawning. Yeah, I'm probably around here. I don't know, because I probably want the exit to the village here. Kicked out of a queue. Why were you kicked out of a queue? Oh. Being kicked out of a queue makes them unhappy. Well, that'd make sense, really, wouldn't it? A poor bloke sat here, he's like, I really want to ride these aeroplanes. I'm determined. Perhaps he's recording a vlog. Who knows? And he's like, I must get footage on the aeroplanes. Just got to get footage of the aeroplanes. I wish someone would turn up so I could get footage of the aeroplanes. Ah. Oh, he's going on his own. No wonder my theme park isn't making loads of money if they're doing that. Sending rides with just one person on them. It probably costs more in electricity than he paid to go on the blooming thing. Yeah. Work zones, are they such a thing in this? Because I couldn't find out how to make work zones. I don't know whether I've got to do the quest with the work zones in them, or whether I'm missing something. I don't know. I couldn't find out how to do work zones. It was a little frustrating. Getting there, this nice little man-made pond. I think that's my favourite. I keep saying that all the time. Getting there. Nearly there. British Rail. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Yeah, random rotation. That's not good. That's not good at all. I have loads of that's way too big. 150, I think, for that. That's good. 150 is about right. Come, oh, all right. Don't wrap around. It's kind of wrap around, but not wrap around. Fake wrap around. Yeah, if menus were wrap around, it would save so much time and hassle. Like in Planet Zoo. Zoo 2 will be out soon. Yeah, I'm kind of enjoying all the stuff I've done on the zoo. Probably going to have to return to that at some point. Working on the second franchise zoo. My second zoo I've ever built and finished. Hopefully will be the second one. Let's put flowers. Let's go daisies, shall we? Daisies. What are you doing? Mode. Yeah, stick to surface. Oh, we're beginning to get a few more people's interest now. There's a few more people joining the ride. Be good to add some yeah, I mean, just good to add some like I don't know, carvings if I could. Carved wood. I know the only stuff we've really got that's carved wood is Viking, I think, if I recall correctly, but obviously I can't use Viking for Celtic. Well, I can, but nothing obviously Viking. But Celtic and Viking are the closest in sort of look. I showed my son this and he said it reminds me of the mythology season, the Greek mythology season in Fortnite. And I was like, very astute of you, because it is Greek mythology, all the pieces that I've had to use for the Roman stuff, although the Romans nicked a lot of stuff off the Greeks, so yeah, off ancient Greece. Although they came up with their own incredible inventions and stuff as well. Water Pump 4 has an expired service badge. So I'm kind of thinking, for the Druid guy, I don't know whether you can change staff's costumes, but the Sorcerer Pack guy, wandering around here, I kind of want, what's the word? I would like to be able to create staff zones so I can keep entertainers in relevant areas. And there probably is a way I can create work zones, but when I was looking at staff and all that, I couldn't see a way of doing it or assigning them. I'll show you what I mean. I'm probably just missing something, but Yeah. Hourly status, etc, etc. I don't know whether clicking on this, staff schedule. Ah, staff zone. So we can. We can create staff zones. Right, how I would do one I don't know, but how I would create one. Yeah, that might be good, because then we could assign people to certain areas. Since there's 3 main areas, there's the Roman area, the Celtic area at the moment, and then, mind you, once I add other stuff in, okay, I was going to say once I add other stuff in there, I could always edit them. So how do we actually make a staff zone? Right, what can I do? Nope. So click on staff schedule, clear filters. No, you're not going to let me. Is it at the bottom? Let's have a look. There's no easy way of doing it. You have to go in here and do that, but there's no staff zones. Park options. Is it under here? There's the options to assign them to staff. See, unique attractions, that's the one that's letting me down, apparently. Guests are really happy. But what are they crying out for? Food, drink, water, toilets. Luxury is the real one. So, yeah. I'm going to put a Hat's Fantastic in the Celtic area. Rides, pools, shops, facilities, utilities. Yeah, alright. That's there. Oh, you can. Eh? What? Yeah, how do I create a staff zone there? Like, how do we do the basic stuff? Well, it just goes into our options. No, I guess it would be in that. It's got to be in here. Assigned building deleted. It's overwritten it. Oh. Interesting, but wonder if I just do that, for example. Colors, save blueprint, advanced setting to move. Okay. You're not really giving me the options to create staff zones or anything else, are you? Which seems weird. I mean, theoretically we should be able to do everything from here. But for some reason... I started advertising. Great. Coaster lovers, yeah. Which definitely would help. Well, I have no idea. I have no idea. Work custom. Edit work block. Yeah, it says no staff zone, but there's no... There's no obvious way of creating staff zones then that I can see. Perhaps I'm missing something, perhaps I'm going completely mad. That's annoying, isn't it? Frustrating. Irritating. Best save the park, haven't done that in a while. Yeah, I don't see how, because it would be good to just grab the whole area and say, right, assign staff here, assign staff there, and when I have, and have some wandering as well. But I don't know how to do staff zones, so perhaps I'm just missing something. It's a shame there isn't like a help tutorial and stuff. I suppose that's what the what is it, the main, yeah, that thing. Everyone knows what I mean. The campaign is for, I couldn't think of the word. It totally escaped me. Yeah, campaign, I'm guessing that's what that's for, but I don't find the campaign all that entertaining, and I was having problems with it before, so yeah, hasn't grabbed me. Alright, do we try and make this building look really nice? I mean, it's going to take a lot of work to make it look nice, but I like the fact that we've got actual windows in here and stuff. Once I work out how to do windows, because obviously because it's a villa, it's got to look something similar to this villa over here. It doesn't have to be exact, but something similar in style and feel. So I'm not going to worry about covering up all these bits, the standard stations and that, because it's all in the game, and I kind of think, especially when you're building on console, you know, you don't need to cover it all up. It's good enough. I mean, I have covered that up a little bit. Perhaps I should do that in other rides. Sorry, I'm yawning. But yeah, the clad walls and everything, I kind of like it. All this creative stuff here. A flat roof might be a good idea inside the villa. Flat roofs. Why does it put it all the way over here? What do you think you're doing, game? Okay, that's is that sticking through the roof? No, it isn't. Okay, nice. Is it sticking through the outside? Yes. Not so nice. I mean, this could take forever and a day just designing this, so whereas working on the outside won't take so long. Hopefully. Just trying to think how I'm going to create. Kind of want that to be like a stone walkway, and then coming up to this, which is going to be all wood. Lots of deep thought and concentration needed in this one, I'm afraid. So I will fall silent while I'm trying to think of ideas. I need to add more shields and weapons to the general area. Not just here, but also in the Celtic area. Yeah, that would be really good to have those for the windows. Although I'm kind of thinking they probably won't be able to get... Okay, I'll stand corrected. I was just about to say they probably won't be able to get that small, but and then shrinks it down to the exact, almost the exact. Yeah, that's nice. And then we can, the holes at the bottom can be covered up. We can put a sill on the bottom. Just going to make it slightly bigger. Random scaling still on. I didn't come in here looking for a window idea, but that's really good. It may be a little bit too modern for Roman, but hey ho, artistic license and all that. What colour do we want the windows to be? That's annoying because all the detail at the top is missing. Yeah, all that. Yeah, that works better. Do I want that to be white? I was going to say all red. I think the white's working. I just want to cover. Although, no, I don't think so. I think I'll try and go wooden planks and try and sort of just cover. Yeah, that will do. Covered, right. Base material, actually just go wood again. Look for something that would do for a good windowsill. I've got something in mind as well. If I can find it. Which I probably can't. There are certain things that I use all the time. I think, oh, I should favourite that, and then never do. I'm like, oh, I should favourite that item. No. Also, I think having too many favourites can be detrimental for your creating. Viking jetty post is not what I'm after. Yeah, these is what I'm after. Okay, thank you, game. Now it's better. That's what I wanted. I'm just thinking if there's anything I can add to to make it seem more like the design I'm going for, a villa kind of thing, Roman villa, where I can add any murals or any pictures or anything like that, or whether I have to create my own. Because at the moment we've just got marble walls, but I want that that's going to be a bit dull, so we should change that. I definitely think we should change that anyway. Want some trim on the outside as well. Once this station's done, that's half the battle. Is there a gap at the top? No, there isn't. It's alright. Just that glass is showing at the top. Well, it's the best I can do, I'm afraid, with what the tools I'm given. Alright, give me 5 minutes, everyone. I'm going to have a quick break, and then I shall be back shortly, and we shall perhaps work on the outside, or continue working on the actual station villa. Although that can get quite tedious and boring, I think I can add a trim around the top. I'll come up with some ideas for it anyway while I'm thinking. But yeah, we're at 57%, so I'm probably not going to be able to do everything I want. I probably want to add some flat rights. It would be nice to add a log flume if possible, but I'll probably do that once I've added the main coaster event that I want to add. So that'll be, we've got 4 coasters in the park at the moment. It'll end up with 6 coasters if I can pull it off, what I'm going for. But yeah, more on that on a future episode, I think, without saying too much. But yeah, coasters, I'll be doing some coaster design. But yeah, at the moment the most pressing thing is making this look decent, and yeah, looking villarish. And perhaps put some weapons in here and things, because weapons weren't available when I first started building this park. So a bit of a mad thing to do, to try and create a Roman and Celtic park that's about conflict with no weapons in the game. But there you go, not one of my brightest choices. But it's all's well that ends well. Now they've brought some over. Yeah, 3.5 is our current star rating, so I wonder if I can increase that somehow to 4 or 5. Anyway, I shall give me 5 and I'll be back shortly. That was nice with the flume going past as the coaster went flying past as well at the same time. Well, it's not giving us very good views now, is it? Oh. Mid-course brake run. Oh, not many people going on this ride. Probably because there's not a lot of theming around the coaster, but I've had an idea of how to take Celtic Knot to the next level. I'll try and make this a bit more pleasing general ride. I'll worry about the station some other time, because the station's going to be long and it's a laborious and boring process. Lots of cladding and stuff like that, and that's not that intriguing, whereas creating a I might want to put some bins out here. I don't know whether janitors would come up here. Let's put some bins. Alright, okay. Yeah, it's a little bit away. Mind you, if I had some foliage or where's one of my janitors? Let's find someone. Alright, what's going on here? Oh, is this how we create staff? Yeah, alright. Let me get on. I love this job. Good. Unless it's up here how I create staff zones, I don't know. G-force, yeah. There we go. Right, what's all this other stuff? Many guests have been pickpocketed. Pickpocket's been caught. That's not in poor condition. Yep, okay, that's relevant. That's good enough. Oh yeah, we've got this which has got a little bit going underground. I can add more to that at some point. At some point. Right, that will do. Bring the intensity down and just nope. Okay, that intensity is not down enough. We'll select our Mediterranean temperate. Get some rocks, some boulders. Some of the largest rocks. Actually, I don't want. Okay, I don't want that to interfere with what I've currently got here. Thinking perhaps a waterfall running into here, or something of the sort. Changing rooms need cleaning. probably need to get on that very soon. Yeah, having to do it manually is a little bit annoying until I work out how to do staff schedules. It would make my life a lot easier, unless you have to go in and change it. Work zones. I wish they kept it similar to the system that was in the original Planet Coaster. Just a little waterfall feature. No, it's oh, like that. It interesting. Just right, let's do a middle then. Waterfall middle, 5 meters. Go relative. Turn that off, thank you. Bring that forward. Yeah. Bottom. That's way above the water. Let's actually put it on the water. I don't want random rotation on. I do want random scale on. Yep, that's good. I did want a large bush at some point. Many guests have reported pickpocketing. I wonder if cameras would deter them, but then I was just saying, it's like theming in cameras would be kind of awkward with the style of the park I'm going for. But I could do it by putting them on, like for the Celtic section, on carved poles. I just thought of another idea as well, is perhaps creating some creating some branches that sort of go over the coaster. Back to our usual selection and see if I can find something that would fit with those kind of tree trunks. Put a tree in there, make it look interesting. I can't really find anything. No, that's no good. White birch tree would be no good either. Where's the oak trees? Would they be any good? Yeah, they're kind of... That's way too... That's huge. And probably too big for that, too low for that particular area. Evening Lodge, how are you doing? Wrong colour, doesn't blend very well. Just trying to blend something in with it, but it's not working. And where's the... That's the elm tree, that's no good. European ash is kind of grey. See if there's any pine trees that'll... Scots pine, no. There's nothing with dark enough. Sycamore. Sycamore's kind of, yeah. I have an idea. I have a cunning plan. It may or may not work, but we'll try it anyway and hope it does. It's the great thing about Planet Coaster 2 is we can resize everything, which means we can create a custom tree, is what I'm thinking. I'll just stick that on there. Oh, no. Five pieces. Yeah. Stick all that together. There is a method in my madness, don't worry, we're... Something in particular I'm looking for. Either that, or that's probably too well manicured, to be honest with you. That would probably be better. And it's got a bit more scope for going bigger. Yeah, there is plenty of create a custom tree. And now I can just let rip with more vegetation around the area. Excuse me, I just allergies and stuff. It's been a funny old day. It's not been warm today, which and had a bit of rain as well, which is not good. Alright, so what I'm going for, I'm thinking about putting stuff around the ride that makes it a bit more interesting, but I don't know quite what yet. Let's get my ivy. No, we don't want that. We want this stuff, the periwinkle, flowerless. I thought it'd suddenly grown in size, so I was like, well, Why have you done that game? And then I realised it stuck to something else. I don't want to do too much of this. I wonder what that will look like from on board. I don't want to lean into the Gladiator theme, really. You don't really see the interesting, you don't really see the... Right, let's get going. You don't really see the waterfall. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, you can't really see it as you come past. Interesting. I do have ideas for making it slightly more entertaining. Yeah, no, that's not quite what I'm looking for. I want arches, but I want... Yeah, I want kind of quick arches. Let's go scenery, theme, mythology. Marble solid wall, I don't want that. I want this, the stone market. But is that wide enough for the coast to fit through? That's the thing. There's one way to find out, isn't there? And that is... It is kind of wide enough, I think. Is there a smaller one than that? It's quite a bit, sticks over quite a bit. I do have an idea. I have a cunning plan. Arch extension, brilliant. That is what I need. Without lifting it off the ground. Thinking if I add these on the side, so we've got some decoration. Actually, we want something colourful. Yep, there we go. Change that to carmine. Extremely small in comparison, so if we work it up to 200, no, I've got the random thing on still, haven't I? Yeah, I'm not doing nature anymore, we're doing architecture. And we definitely don't want random on for architecture. I was just wondering what I could put on as like a cap on the side, and then I realised some kind of pillar would look good next to it. And then we can use these around the ride. To give us a bit more depth and dimension. Yeah, and I was just thinking that would be a nice piece to put at the top of the arch. I need to move it slightly over. Theme park theming doesn't always have to make perfect sense, in my opinion. Yeah, I was thinking kind of like a cap on the end of like this, but that's not good enough. But if we go pillar, hang on, yeah. Actually, I need to spin it round because it has a one side sticks out more than the other. Kind of like that. That's working. So far, anyway. It's not taking up too many pieces, but it's enough to make it look interesting. So that's I was going to put that with a brazier lamp on, but then I'm thinking I could just place lamps around separate. But I am going to put something a little no, that was it's very hard to see what I'm grabbing hold of. There is an easy way of doing it, and that's simply to make it dark and then you can see what you're grabbing hold of, but I'm not doing that at the moment because it's too much faffing. Yeah, when I've been doing Celtic stuff all the time, my brain's in that sort of Celtic frame of mind, and then I'm thinking, right, Roman, what am I doing for Roman? What have the Romans ever done for us? Okay, what else can we add to it? Uh, uh. Of course, this will all fly by it. However fast the coast is going when it hits one of these, so you won't always see the detail. Do we put lamps on it or not? Because they're bulb lamps, which I don't really want. I mean, I could have and there is something I want. I was just wondering if this piece was still in the game. Hooray, yes it is. My concern is it's too damn big. It was indeed too big, but and that's decidedly medieval, but it will look kind of nice when you're flying along on the coaster, won't it? That's the main thing. And it'll add another element, and I can add a couple of these around the ride. I don't want to overdo it, but a few of them might be good. Port, no, we don't want port. Kind of want, okay. Oh, they're incredibly cheap for what they are. $2, that's or 2 simoleons or 2 whatever the currency is in this game. 2 Planconian dollars. Alright, that would be... That is quite nice. I kind of like that. Wouldn't it be nice if you could have it there? But it's a low down set piece, unfortunately. Or fortunately. I can add other columns and things around the ride as you go round as well, I think, so just to make it a bit more interesting and intriguing. Now that's going back into station. That's the first drop, and we come out of here, over here, round there, through that, round there. I would think we need it across a bit like that. Yeah, that's about right, because the coaster is actually leaning over to the left. And I'm going to have to edit this a bit more and add a base. And what I'm going to do for the base, that's marble block, marble solid wall. Do we have a stone? Yeah, stone market version. Alright, let's see how that looks and feels, and whether we hit anything or yeah. It's a health hazard. I shouldn't think so. I think my judgment's pretty good when it comes to building coasters and adding scenery around them and that by now. The fake drop followed by the real drop. There is a challenge to make a coaster go over 100 miles per hour. You know, see, I think the best way to get a feel for that, why are we only partly filling coasters when there's people queuing? I say, yeah, let them in. Hey, are you noticing the problem with that person in the front row on the right hand side of your screen? Bing. I mean, you're brave wearing sunglasses on a roller coaster because you'll lose them. Look, oh, you've lost them. Oh no, they're back. Oh, you've lost them. No, they're back. The woman as well, back there with the red hair on the left hand side, 3 rows back. She's got glasses that are popping in and out of existence as well. Bing. Bing. You look terrified. Well, so you should be. Alright, I didn't quite see how that... I think that one's okay. Oh, I'm terrified. I don't hear anything. It's just clearances a bit dodge. But yeah, we're alright. Clearance is okay. Good. I don't think I want to put any more of them around here. Because I seem to be petrifying the guests. That's all part of the fun, isn't it? I'm meant to be scaring them. I do like making a good RMC, I must admit. Most of my parks, I've had a fascination with RMCs since I discovered that there was wooden coasters that could go upside down. I was like, what? Because they didn't exist when I was a young lad. They just... You never heard of coasters doing that. Wooden coasters, should I say. There's obviously the corkscrew and things like that around the black hole. Except black hole I don't think ever went upside down, but... No, it didn't invert. What are your issues? Alright. What's the priority? Water pump 2 is in poor Alright. Well, staff are going to arrive eventually. So, plenty of scenery. Is there any? They're really screaming on that ride. Good. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh yeah, I've not used the old marble water fountain Pegasus statue. Mind you, Pegasus is a more Greek than I was looking for something then, and that Pegasus statue threw me. Can't reach any of the tills of Modular Souvenir Shop 1. Are you kidding me? Are you just forgetting things? Game's just having a meltdown. Yeah, can't reach the tills. Honest. Yeah, that's really what's happening over here. Yeah, some of the... Oh, just... What, is no one... Ah. Are we bugged? Are we bugged? Is there a staff member headed here? Heading to Gladiator. Where? Good, good. He's here. Are we going to unbug? Way, woo! Yeah, good. Oh, good. We unbugged. Full coaster. Look at that. No one queuing though. Look at that. Have we got a full coaster? G-forces are a little high, but the G-force indicator in this game is not entirely accurate. I mean, I could add more. I could add stuff to the actual coasters. If I go attach scenery though, I think I'll wait till the rides are over and then we'll attach scenery. Because I could put like a bull on the front or something, couldn't I? And call it El Toro. Because that hasn't been done before. Oh, wait a minute. Six Flags. Yeah, that doesn't look, that looks like it's sticking up too much for me. For my liking. And that's with stick to surface on. It looks like it's standing on tiptoes. You know, trees should not be standing on tiptoes. I'm going to create a natural barrier, but how I'm going to do that, here's going to be the tough part to create a natural barrier. Yeah, I've got an idea of how to take the most exciting coaster. I don't want flowering actually, although that is interesting. Yeah, the most exciting coaster according to the game's measurements and stuff. I know how to take that to the next level. I've got some ideas which will make it very interesting. No, right. Turn you off, please. I mean, even so, that's not much of a barrier, is it? That's not much of a barrier at all, so... You'd have some serious reports from and lawsuits on your hands if you went with that as your barrier. I don't know whether to keep this at that size and put two of them on there or double it. Actually, I have a cunning plan, my lord. No, let's resize it and make it, actually make it 200. I think 200 is about right for what I want. And then what I also want to add is where did you fly off to, game? So I don't want you to build over here. I'm looking for a particular piece. It's rather annoying when you have it in your mind's eye which piece you're looking for, but you can't find it. You know it's in this set. Yeah, there we go. Why are you sending me off to another part of the map, game? It's not very user friendly. Ah, the Cobra engine. It's just easier than putting up with that jumping rubbish. Right, can we actually advance move stuff as well, please? That's what I'd like you to do, thank you. Yeah, it wouldn't move it at all. I was pushing the rotate and it was not playing ball. A problem that has persisted since Planet Coaster. Is that tapered? Yeah, it's tapered. We don't want tapered. But what we do want is to go and then it jumps around again. %'s too small. We need 75, but anyway. Okay, how big is that? Probably about the right size. Actually, we won't need to make it bigger, smaller, or anything. I don't think. Oh, I might have to make it. A little bit smaller. There we go. So now we have a suitable barrier. And is it on ground? Yeah, it is. Good. Can't really see where it's joining because of all the shrubberies, but ho hum. There's definitely protected now. Oh yeah, they need to do. I wonder if, put some public restrooms out here. So I don't know how much of that custom barrier we'll need. Not world, I wanted to change to that. Thank you, game. Yeah, once we had the I mean, it's no good having that because you could just walk around here and then you're on the coaster. So I need to somehow seal it off. I could bring this across to here though. And then we've got a bit of detail built up, and then I can add more and more. That's perfection. Nope, that is going to hit that. That's not perfect. Try and make it as straight as possible. It is Roman design after all. What the heck are you doing, game? Just blew it up to a size I didn't want it to be. And it's good to know that random rotation works for scaling works for a collection of objects as well. That's pretty cool. But at that precise point in time, I didn't want the demonstration of it. Thank you. It's dated, apparently, this coaster. Well, that's cool. It's dated. I just want to see how that looks as we go past. I'm adding lots of foliage and stuff as well. Lots of, I think, around it. And lots more Romanesque. You think you're going to burn your face off on it. And then on those things. But it's all alright. In the end, it's all okay. Yeah, this bit definitely needs a bit more work, but why do you keep putting your hands in front of your face? It's just, you're just gonna have some bunny heels, like little hops. Nothing. Anyway, I am beginning to get a headache from creating and looking at all these problems and trying to work them out. But I'll get there with it, and I think I think that's pretty good. Yeah, but as you come down here, it's like you feel like you're gonna hit your face on one of these, but you're miles away, really. The clearance is ample, I think. I'll just quickly check. Well, we've gone with quarter. I don't know whether we've got sunset or sunrise at the moment, but I think the clearance is ample, but we'll find out when we get down there. Yeah, plenty of clearance. But there's more bits where the track's closer to the coaster than any of the scenery I've added, thankfully. I did want to add something to the front of the coaster. Attached scenery, where is coaster? It's a rather obvious one, I know, but I'm going to bring it down so that the horns aren't sticking over the top, as I feel that would be slightly detrimental for the ride. Symmetry type, twinning, twinned, apply to. No, I don't need twins, do I? Fantastic. So it should be on the other train as well now. It should be. Yep. Excellent. Right, I'm going to leave it there. But thanks for watching. I'll probably do some more on this, and when I stream next time, we'll hopefully see a completed ride, and I'll be on the final sort of coaster plan that I've got. This is quite a successful park. If I have got room, I will be adding a log flume, but that's only if I've got room. Yeah, that was poetry. That rhymed. Didn't even intend for it to rhyme. But yeah, I've got an idea of what I want to do for sort of the other coaster that I'm going to put in the park. And so far, I've managed to keep the percentage down. I don't know whether they've optimized the game better or what, but yeah, it's definitely. Mind you, I've been trying to keep it simple in design and trying to lean into what is available in the game, so that might also be helping. And I'm not building thousands and thousands of piece structures. I'm keeping them fairly simple, and they're not hitting above sort of 500, which definitely helps. And also the resizing helps. The tools are incredibly powerful if used correctly. So yeah, and that allows me to build, well, all that so far. And as I say, the other ride's going to go here, the other coasters. But I possibly want to add flat rides and a few other bits as well. I'll take that back to the start of the park actually, so I know, because there are some bits at the start of the park that I will delete eventually. Just not use that anywhere. Me Gladiator shield, I'll have to try and put that somewhere. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you all soon. Good night.